sound. Oh, are you listening? Oh, you gotta hit the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Dig, feel the burn. I've got a calling, so I should learn. I heard a voice of this broken hymn saying, nah, this is who I am. I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher, 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 higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. We're going higher, 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 higher. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Reach out, reach out. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running. Reach out, reach out. Boom, boom, can you feel the flame? Hold on, I can make it rain. Oh, do you hear the thunder? Don't let it bring you down. Look up and see the light. You're not alone, don't give up like that. Oh yeah, got a ways to go. Break that wall, let the spirit flow. I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks have battled back and made it to 500. And now they'll try to move past that mark today. It's the Browns going up against the Seahawks.
Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Evergreen State and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st and 10, Berger. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. First carry now for Rob Kelly. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll go again with Kelly. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they did.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tyler Lockett now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game would be ideal.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. They'll hand it off to Kelly. Kelly stripped. The ball is free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Berger. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And out now come the Seahawks. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Now Wilson going to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down, the run with Lynch. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he's taken down. This This will be a Brown sack. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun, buying time to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll look to set up his blockers, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
A give. This is Kelly. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 50.
From the gun on 3rd down. Berger. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go. 38.
Back to throw. Robinson. Dancing to his left. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Berger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
On second down, here's Wilson. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. Let's overload. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. Throwing is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down, Lynch. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Paul Richardson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Looking to throw. Berger. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Preston Smith coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Berger. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They start the drive with Lynch. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing to start the drive. Berger. He's got his target. It's Coleman for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that. Having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
On second down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. No.
On first down, Berger trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw on second down. Berger. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line. Check, 59. Leopard.
Operating from the gun. Berger is going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now Lynch running right, and not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Wilson on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Throw and got his man complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A gain of 32 that time. Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing deep here for Coleman, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Browns. 42 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And now running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
This is Kelly. And some room to roam now. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Heavy, heavy. Set. Green, 39. Green.
Off the play fake. Berger. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Kelly tries the right side. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
19. 4 down.
first and 10. It's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Baldwin with it over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
No gain on the play there. Second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Green, 39! Leopard!
Operating from the gun. Berger. And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend the lead out to 24. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on second down. So Wilson heads for the sidelines. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Working from the gun, Kessler. Eluding the pressure right. And a loose loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The drive starts with Rob Kelly. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good, too. And on that,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
36. Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Berger going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, Berger. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big 30-yard play on third. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw on second down, Berger. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on third down, Berger. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, but pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So it'll be first down here after the run.
Now let's go. Green 39.
From midfield now, here's Kessler. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now let's go. Let's go. Green 39.
On first down, Kessler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So now it's first and goal. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Back to throw. Berger, his pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here we go. Blue line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Operating from the gun, Berger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, Kessler. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack.
Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99. Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Kessler. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And take it right on the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go. 3-19. Over.
From the gun, Berger. Airing one out for Crowder. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he's got some space here. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Finding room inside the 40. They find some open field here. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Lucky 56.
Into the red zone now. It's Kessler. And it's a sack. Down goes Kessler. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 3-19.
Now Kessler on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56.
the shotgun. Kessler. Flush to his right. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch tight, tight is right. Watch tight, tight is right. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he loses the football the 2nd time. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Green, 39. Green.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Kessler. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green,
From the gun, it's Kessler. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap. Kessler. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Blue 90. Blue 90. Switch.
And the wideout in motion.
Kill.
From midfield, here's Kessler. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Browns in victory formation now.